Well, after this hot summer we've had, things cooled off now. Of course, we tend to have a few track problems, don't we? Tracks tends to expand or whatever, hot weather, and I don't know about you, but I usually get one or two problems. So here we go again. I've got a new track going in and a new set of points. I can't believe the price of what points are now, especially at Hornby. I think we used to pay about £12 for an express point. You're paying about 24 now. Anyway, I'm putting Pico on this time on there, but God, the prices of things today. Don't like them joints. Well, I put that new set of points down. I've had to put a bit of an angle, but they're running through smoothly now, for the time being anyway. Oh, there we go. It shows us a bit of a lip there. More adjustment on there, and I've put one of those magnetic couplings on now, on the 66, so see what happens now. But it's still not 100% smooth over that, is it? Try the delta coming across the points now. Out it to the inner. Yeah, that's fine. At 66 round now, but I think it just loses a fraction of its sound when it's going over them points. It's just obviously a little bit of a dead spot there, which seems to run through alright. Yeah, get going there, no problem. I use Woodland Scenics. If I can't get it, well, I have to whatever I can, but you can get it alright now. But I use a mixture. I put the that's the fine one, and then I have a bag of the medium, and I mix them in a bowl, shall we say, whatever you. And of course I use my magic track ballaster. I'll show you that in go in a minute. Up as you can see. And then just drag it along the tracks. And this will go over it with a brush, just to brush it in. That's that medium I mixed with it is quite a thick medium. I'm sure it's thicker than what it used to be. But anyway, it looks alright. I think I'll add more fine. Then you get it on. I just run my finger on a bit. A finger and a brush. I'll show you that when I've got it all covered. When I said I use a medium, I do normally. I picked the wrong bag up, haven't I? I've picked the coarse up. Anyway, I'm mixing it with that fine, so I'll manage with it. I'm going to have to do. And there you have it. Don't look so bad that now, does it? Even with it being coarse. So don't forget to do your finger job down. It just helps get them down in between the sleepers. And the brush, of course. I think my finger does a better job. Right, next thing is to do is you spray that with water, give it a good douse in water, and then put your mixture of PVA on. Again, PVA mixed with, I'll say 70% PVA, 30% water, and just a drop of washing up liquid to let it soak in. This is my method of soaking the water in. A spray bottle. Just use a mint garden. You need to get it wet, otherwise it doesn't soak in properly with your PVA. Just give that a couple of minutes. I've got to get my mixture ready. It's silly me, I've not done yet. I should have done that first. Right, anyway, that's nice and wet now. I have my PVA mixed. I just buy it. I think it's children's PVA, but it's cheap enough. You could buy that builder's PVA. It's a bit, but I think I pay about £2 for a bottle of this. Might be even less. But I say I've mixed. It's 70% PVA, 30% water, and a bit of washing up liquid. And this is all I do. I'll soak in with that, then I spread, run it down both sides. You can see it's a bit thick now, yeah. I've got a bit of skin in there. Anyway, if you've got a warm room, 24 hours will do it, but well, it's warm time of year now, but if it's cold it can take 2-3 days. But that'll soak in now, and I'll leave it now till it's Saturday today. I'll leave that till Sunday afternoon, and maybe even Monday. Might be as well just wiping down your track when you've done it. Saves having to really rub hard with your rubber later. And that's all there is to it. And then now what I do is I use some spray paint, as you know, and I'll put some spray paint over it then. And of course then I add a bit of greenery, makes it look more natural. A little tip: if you'd ballasted your points like I have, go over with a screwdriver or something fine and just make sure there's no bits of ballast stuck on the point movement rails, because once it's set, of course, it's going to be a bugger to bag it to get it off. I just do it with the end of my screwdriver, as you can see. That's movement there now, fine. Right, we'll leave that lot to dry now. So I'm going to leave mine 24-36 hours. So we seem to have got that running through there smoothly enough now. I had a bit of a problem there. The Pico points and Pico track, and yet on them joints there, it was sort of wobbling each time as I go over, you know. And I've done something I don't believe in doing, but it's the first time I've tried it. I put a bit of solder between the joints there, and then I've used a file, of course, and rubbed it down so that it's smooth. And it's made a lot better. I've seen other people that have done that, but of course defeated another object, leaving a bit of a gap for expansion. But anyway, I put a bit of solder down, as I said, and it seems to be going over a lot smoother now. I've got to paint all this now, and I use my usual. You've seen me use it before. I use that male match, sleeper grime. So spray all that, and then we'll put everything back together and have a little bit of a run round. Like I said, you've seen me do it before, but I think it's magic, this. It's called Rail Match. It really is. What you have to do, of course, then is go over your track straight away and dry it off. See, it transforms it now. It's all looking good. Wait a minute. And then, of course, we can add the bits of grass and whatever, just to give it a bit more colour. There you go. And like I said, as soon as you've done it, go over with a cloth over your track, and then it's easier to clean with your rubber when it's all dried properly. To finish off here on each side of the track, I'll put a bit of that fine turf burnt grass down. You use a sprayer or you sprinkle it with your fingers. I'll put a bit of PVA over it. It makes it look a lot more natural then, doesn't it? That's what it's all about with model railways, doing scenics. It's bits that I like doing best. I get more enjoyment out of this than running the trains. I like to run the trains, of course, but it's doing your scenics and just getting it right. And then what I do is I'll just put a bit of, when you see this, the Woodland Scenics underbrush, just add bobs of that up and down. So what we see in the edges of the tracks in places. So I've got to wet that now. It's just to show you how I do it. Completed your track work, of course, it's always good to go over them with a track cleaner, and that's what I'm doing there now. I'll go through a few times. As I say, in the class 20s they're pulling my CMX track cleaner. I do use the rubber as well afterwards, but it's always well to with around with a good track cleaner with a fluid on there. I use that can't think of the name now. Gugon I use. Works very well, that. And I say I'll go over with the rubber afterwards. Track's being cleaned, the turf's down. All I've got to do is put a bit of rust on them rails. I'll do that later. Here comes the 66. And as you can see, running quite smoothly over there now. I'm quite happy with that.